Hello everyone, Tactical Lich here and welcome to another multiplayer battle of Omens of Destruction. Today we are playing against Lenorm, who is fielding a Khorne army, a very elite one with a bunch of DLC units as well. Skull Reapers, the Regiment of Renowned Wrathmongers, the Bloodwake Berserkers coming in with their Fire Flail Hammers, and then on top of that we have the Hellforge Bellowers, Skull Cannon with the multi-shot volleys. We haven't seen it do a lot of work in the previous battles we showcased, but this time, against the High Elf Infantry, it might be able to do a lot more work here, since the High Elf Infantry are more densely packed, more vulnerable to those volley shot vortex. Leading the army is Skulltaker on his Khorne Blood Bike, the Khorne Blood Shrine, having some interesting abilities and items, a total of Endless Bloodletting and the Revel and Slaughter combination of plus 16 attack and plus 12 leadership. And then the Cloak of Skulls, not the greatest item honestly, but the Slayer's Sword here, a unique item to Skulltaker with a unique effect. The item adds more weapon damage and melee attack to Skulltaker, but more importantly, the weakened imbuement, reducing enemy damage output by reducing the weapon strength, capable of dealing good damage while crippling the enemy's damage dealers for a maximum of 50 seconds. And that's it for the DLC units here. For the non-DLC units, a front line of Marauders and also some Minotaurs of Khorne flanking the army, plus one single Hellforge host. So yeah, once again, very elite infantry fighting power. As for the High Elf army played by yours truly here, a front line of Staunch Spear, but against so many anti-infantry fighting units, I genuinely doubt how long they can actually hold in battle. Either ways, we are fielding a lot of mobility today, just really want to try out some chariot options. Lion Chariots of Strays, two of them in fact, one Tyrannok Chariot, and then some Elaren Reavers, supported by a Fireborn Regiment of Renowned Dragon Princes, plus one single Talons of Torquilada, providing that flammable effect for the fire weakness to synergize with the Fireborn. Leading the army, Tyrion here, supported by a live mage. That's it for the army builds, now let's get the show on the road. Being a single entity artillery vehicle, the Hellforge Bellower scoots up and launches shot into the Talons of Torquilada, but it is a multi-shot volley, so some of the shots actually land on the spears due to projectile spread, and while not intentional, it did some really nice collateral damage. And you can see only one shot and both the spears and the Talons of Torquilada took 20% damage each on their formations. Another volley and the Talons of Torquilada down to 2/3 of their HP. Tyrion moving up trying to threaten and push back the Hellforge Bellowers, but the Minotaurs are moving up as well, mirroring his movement, ready to pressure Tyrion and make sure he stays the hell off the Hellforge Bellowers. Lion Chariots are coming in to do some psycho charging against the enemy infantry, doing some really nice impact damage, but then the Minotaurs comes in, threatens to push them off. Tyrion gets close, but then the Minotaurs goes after him instead. Tyrion will be moving his target over to the Skulltaker, trying to cut down on this Khorne Lord here. Fireborn charging in as Minotaurs have managed to surround Tyrion, so the Fireborn are trying to nuke down this Khorne monster unit. However, Hellforge hosts are saturating in, and all these Khorne units are getting massive melee attack buffs. 57 attack on these Minotaurs. On top of that, anti-large bonus, these Fireborn are definitely feeling the pain, and on top of that, their damage output is weakened by the Skulltaker's sword. Their damage output is cut down by 25%, while they themselves is getting absolutely hacked down by the Minotaurs and Hellforged host. With the melee units holding the line, the Skull Cannon is safely sitting back, deleting my Talons of Torquilada on the far side. The Fireborn suffered heavy losses, being forced to pull back and heal up, leaving only Tyrion in the fight. The Lion Chariots and the Elaren Reavers try to psycho charge and manage to shatter some Marauders of Khorne, but the real damage output units of the Khorne army here are unaffected. Hellforge hosts are still fighting while the spears are getting crumped by a combination of Marauders and the Skull Reapers as well. Bloodwake Berserkers, of course, using their hammer flail to smash apart my spear line. Another shot from the Hellforge Bellowers, burning off the remaining health of my rather tattered Fireborn. Skulltaker keeping the pressure on Tyrion, forcing him to fall back behind the spear line. Tyrion is getting low and he is getting burned by the fire damage. He gets a Heart of Avalon heal prop, but the fire damage cut that healing by half. Fireborn charging in, trying to intercept Skulltaker and save their lord. But unfortunately, another shot from the Hellforge Bellowers takes away another chunk of my Fireborn's health, and on top of that, Minotaurs pushing through the front line. Speaking of front line, this unit of Lion Chariots got mismicro and get caught by a bunch of Minotaurs, who then promptly turn the chariots into scrap. In the meantime, Skulltaker and his Minos have hacked through the last bit of my Fireborn's HP. Tyrion has also been routed, leaving the live mage in the mix. I forgot about these Elaren Reavers and this Tyrannok Chariots being driven back by the Marauders of Khorne. I really made a massive mistake forgetting about those units, especially the Tyrannok Chariots. They're not too worried about getting caught in melee because the skirmish mode is on, but I can really use another mobility in the frontline fight. It would have been great if they could have used their ammo to chip away enemies' health or just go around and cycle charge infantry. The Elven Reavers in reserve being forgotten are finally charging forth, reinforcing the front line, trying to help out Tyrion once again fighting the Minotaurs here, but the Minotaurs getting 3,000 gold worth of damage value, hacking through my Fireborn, hacking through Tyrion, hacking through all their healing as well. They have more than earned back their worth. And on the side, their spears are crumbling, and the Fireborn down to their last 7 elves will be falling to the surround of the Hellforge host. The remaining line chariots are closing in, trying to do some cycle charging damage, but unfortunately just not doing a whole lot of impact in this kind of late game scenario. Instead of being surrounded by Bloodwake Berserker and countercharged by the Minotaurs of Khorne, they will be hacked down, plus a little bit of fire damage from the Bloodwake Berserkers will be limiting their regrowth heals as well. Tyrion still stuck fighting Skulltakers, but the Hellforge hosts are coming to surround him. And that's probably gonna seal the fate of my High Elf army, as all my units just basically fades away. Tyrion is going to do his last stand here, though he won't be fighting to his death. Another Sun Fang trying to whittle down the Marauders. And more tattered Elven Reavers are charging in, trying to support Tyrion to hopefully maybe take down Skulltaker. But the Minotaurs continues to fight on alongside the Bloodwake Berserkers and the Hellforge host. Tyrion got another Heart of Avalon proc, only getting half the healing because he's on fire, delaying the inevitable. On top of that, he is being weakened, his DPS is reduced, so he's struggling to burst down his target. The Lion Chariots are coming in, trying to rear charge those Bloodwake Berserkers, getting some decent value throughout the battle so far, but they are now bogged down in melee combat by Minotaurs, Bloodwake Berserkers, Hellforge host. More Minos and Skull Reapers saturating in, and that shall be the end of my High Elf army. GG to my opponent Lernorm, and a big shout out to him as well, being a great sparring partner in the early access, helping me testing out a lot of the units and ideas. And over here, you can see that the Skulltaker didn't do a whole lot of damage, but his buffs to those Minotaurs are crucial, and also to the Hellforge host as well, helping them absolutely cleave asunder my Fireborn here. They managed to earn back their worth, but unfortunately, the Minotaurs did way better. Almost 4,000 gold worth of damage value from all the buffs from Skulltakers, the attack buffs most importantly, plus 16 melee attack in total. And on top of that, the weakened effect from the Skulltaker allows the Minotaurs to survive the charge from the Fireborn here, having the Fireborn's weapon damage reduced. So the Minotaurs were able to just keep fighting on. The rest of the core units here, the infantry did quite well here. Hellforge host and the Bloodwake Berserkers getting great value, saturating on top of my spear lines and also the Fireborn of course, while the rest of the infantry also did decent, just cutting through the enemy spear lines. Hellforge Bellowers absolutely deleted my talents of Torquelada, but after that not a lot of infantry for them to shoot at, so getting some decent value while still having a lot more to give, being almost at full health. The other Minotaur also did okay, cutting through my Lion Chariots, which I didn't do the best job microing, as they basically got thrown away here after the first charge, and me forgetting about the Tyrannok Chariots is a massive mistake. The other Lion Chariots did a lot better, over 100 kills almost earning back their value, but unfortunately the rest of the High Elf army didn't quite do their job here. The spears got absolutely dumped on by the Khorne melee here, especially from those elite infantry, the Bloodwake Berserkers, Hellforge host and whatnot, while Tyrion, he tried his best to fight, but against so many elite melee combatants from Khorne surrounded by anti-lodge and armor piercing, plus his Heart of Avalon healing is being cut down by half from all the fire damage. He just wasn't in a great engagement ever since the start of the battle. And yeah, that's it for today's battle. I hope you all enjoyed this little bit of multiplayer action, and if you want to see more Total Warhammer content, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Tacticlich signing out.